My name is Bob DuBord. I'm Associate Director of Residence Halls, and that's what I do most of my life. And that's basically I deal with the fiscal matters of the Department of Residence Halls and facilities and personnel items. As a side, I was appointed, was elected by the WVUM corporate board and to be Treasurer Secretary of that board, and also I was appointed to be chairperson of the WVUM Advisory Board. And in that capacity, basically, I advise WVUM from a financial standpoint. And so that group then appoints me as the chairperson of WVUM Advisory Board. And that's a committee made up of students from different student organizations and faculty members from various parts of the university. We have one now from the School of Music, one from School of Comm, a couple people from Student Affairs, and so all of those people get together, and that committee's main function is electing the primary people that run the radio station, the students. We review those candidates and elect them. We also hear complaints from anybody that's working at the station that doesn't feel that they were properly treated. Typically those deal with reprimands and discipline situations, and so it's an appeal. The board is a place to come for appeals on those kinds of things. And we meet about 6 times a year, and we start with a review of what's happening in the station from the general manager, and then the members that are there can ask questions and add information and offer suggestions as we go along. And I think that gives the general manager some guidelines from a variety of people that are associated with the university and not specifically with the radio station. The corporate board helped design the policies and procedures, and in those policies and procedures were a list of people who were on the board. And the board itself can rearrange that group, and it has in the past if groups aren't interested in participating. And sometimes a group doesn't show up, and the board has the ability to remove that organization and find another organization that would be willing to serve on the board. Just last year, this is not an organization, but a faculty representative was appointed from the School of Music, and basically the board agreed through a motion to add a member from the School of Music. There was a fellow in the Dean of Students, in the Vice President's office, who was the ombudsman, and he had the task of being the chairman of the advisory board and on the board for WVUM, Rick Artman. And he left the university and was going to he was going to become president of the university somewhere in Nebraska, a little university. And so there was a vacancy, and they asked me if I would be interested in replacing him. And since my job dealt a lot with finances, they felt that it would be an asset to help the station manage itself through the years. I don't really have a radio background. I've learned a lot from being around people, but it was more a financial situation, trying to help them manage the fiscal matters of WVUM. I don't think that I can articulate any particular goal. I think just a broad goal is that the students live within the financial situation they're in, with the monies they bring in and the monies that they're given by the student government, that we try to live within those funds during a year. And the other goal is to keep the radio station running and in good shape for the students to use. And sometimes that's very interesting because some students are only there for a couple of years, so they don't care what's there after they leave. So you sort of have to emphasize that it's going to go on the station, and we need to try to make decisions that will continue to make it go on and be around for other students to use.